Okay, well, welcome to our spring clean eating smoothie introduction party. And we're talking a little bit about the options to join in spring clean eating. So I just wanted to welcome everybody on Zoom, and I'm going to address everybody here at the smoothie party. So if you all wanted to say hi to our online guests, hello. And we're going to go ahead and just get started. So I just wanted to say thank you for being here and just welcome you to joining us today. I know that everyone just kind of filtered in quickly, and I'm not sure if everyone got introduced, but we'll get that, we get our introductions and stuff as we're passing out smoothies. So thanks for being here live, we appreciate it. And make sure you sign in and fill out your health survey. If you're joining us online too, we will put the wellness survey link on the event in Facebook, so you can actually fill out that survey and give it to your coach. So we're just going to introduce ourselves a little bit and talk a little bit about what we're doing for spring. And I just wanted to say thanks for coming to our studio and joining us live. It's nice to have a nice group here. And my name is Lisa Ware, for some of you that I haven't met. And this is my studio space, as well as a place for hosting events like this for our coaches and our team. And we'll all introduce ourselves here in just a second. So I just wanted to kind of go over the agenda and talk to you a little bit about the options that we have to join in our spring clean eating. And we have several different choices, whether you just want to kind of engage in something free and something easy, or if you wanted to do something that was like full on and more of like a full detox and a cleanse. Did you color your hair? Your hair was so cute. I didn't. Oh, okay. That's so fun. I was like, oh, your hair wasn't purple when I saw you the other day. But yeah, so I'm glad y'all are here and just engaging in something fun for the spring. And it's going to be a great group of accountability for us to all stick together. Don't mind the roosters. They're happy to send us out after that big rain. So we're not going to have a lot of time for Q&A on the Zoom call. So if you're on Zoom, if you want to, make sure you message the person who invited you with any questions that you have after this call, okay? So we're going to get started just talking a little bit about our journeys. And so my story, basically, before I started juice class, I was kind of a junk food vegetarian. So I thought I was vegetarian, but I would still go to Taco Bell. So I don't know if that really counts, because who knows what's in Taco Bell. I would order it with no meat, but does that really matter, right? It's just still junk. And so I really started my journey wanting to be clean. And I was teaching yoga, and I had a yoga studio. And I would travel around to different places and teach as well. And then I opened a studio space in Red Oak. And so I noticed that I was really having a great time learning clean eating with juice class. And I thought, you know, this is a really great way to get in fruits and vegetables. So before I had found juice class, I really just did not eat enough fruits and vegetables at all. Even being a vegetarian, I could still eat a lot of junk food and still be called a vegetarian, you know. So, and my kids were very little. At the same time, I knew that they were not getting in what they needed either. And I felt kind of guilty, actually really guilty. And so when I found Juice Plus, I realized this is a very simple solution to get in enough fruits and vegetables. So I started eating them, my family started eating them. And at my studio, I noticed that, you know, we didn't really talk a lot about nutrition. We just, you know, girls, I need you to be quiet and shut the door. So we just focused on either coming to yoga, or Stephanie over here, come over, come say hi. She was teaching Zumba, and so we would focus on our classes, and then they'd go home. And I felt great. You know, I felt like my family was on Juice Class, but I wasn't really helping them. You know, if after they left the class, that was it. They were just leaving the class and doing their own thing. Probably going to talk about too, you know, honestly. But so I started sharing Juice Class with my yoga students, and I noticed an explosion in weight loss. And an explosion in, hey, if you want to go ahead and mute after you join, thanks for being here. And so I noticed that there was it was like a catalyst. Like all of a sudden, people started having major results from their yoga practice and coming to Zumba with Stephanie. And we thought, okay, we're going to start having meetings. You'll come over here where we can see you on the video. Yeah. Well, you have people on your call anyway. So anyway, we started sharing. Madonna's here, so she wants to say hi. So she started with this journey. We all started having meetings at our studio, and just like we're doing here. And it was working. So that's what we want to really recreate, is just have a nice community of people that are local. And then, of course, bring in our team and people that are across the country, because our team has just exploded. So we have people in South Dakota and Arizona and, you know, Wyoming even. So we want to make sure that everybody online can join us too. If you can mute too, so the screen won't pop over to you, that would be awesome. So I'm going to just turn it over to Madonna. She's going to tell her story.
Hey guys. So 2014, I was yoga student of Lisa's and Zumba with Stephanie. So they were having the clean eating program. So I decided I wanted to just try it because I had been dieting my whole life, up and down, all around. So I decided, why not try this? They explained to me what the products are, which I really respected because there's research. So I went ahead and I went full in, did all the products, and personally I lost 16 pounds and 10 and a half inches in about 2.5 months. So after that, through that journey, I felt completely different. Like I had never felt that good. I had energy, I slept well, was ready to get out of bed in the morning, didn't crave that afternoon nap like I always did, and just really felt better than I ever had. So I decided that I wanted to share the mission. So that's when I decided to, start sharing with the family and join the business. So in April of 2014, I went ahead and joined the business. So now I'm sharing with lots of people. So through the business, that I have a passion for that because I work in healthcare. I've worked in healthcare for 35 years, first as a direct care worker with clients, and now I'm an occupational therapist. So I see a myriad of disease processes because people may not be having proper nutrition. So I really have a passion for it because I see what it can do for people's health and their well-being. So that's where my passion really has come from, and I feel like we need to, as a society, start with our kids. So the kids are really the family unit has to be working on healthy eating. So that's kind of where I'm coming from and decided to share. Natalie, you want to share your story?
Hey everybody. Hi everybody online. So I have a big story and a small story, and just for time's sake, I do like to share a little piece of the big story before I start with the small one. Basically, for 10 years, I did not focus on nutrition, fitness, anything. I found myself in a very bad place in life, overweight, fertility issues, you name it. I just knew it was time I had to do something. So fast forward through the 10 years, I did get a trainer. I started eating clean and finally got the weight off. But as you get the weight off, it's just as hard to keep it off. You have to keep, you have to keep working. It isn't ever over. You have to keep working and keep plugged into a group and surround yourself with the right people so that you keep making progress. And as you make progress, you want more. It never ends. Once you get that size, then you want to tone. And then, once you get your clean eating down, you want to make it even better, and you want to, spread that love to your family and your friends. And then it moves on to where you want to help people. So thank goodness about, I guess it's been almost a year ago, I met Lisa. I entered her training program for yoga, and I had no intentions whatsoever of doing anything like this, but it just happened very naturally. And once I started getting results that I wanted from and needed, because I so badly wanted more vegetables and fruits in my life and for my family. And once we started seeing these changes and we were going to the doctor less, we were craving more fruits and vegetables, energy was there. The group and the camaraderie that I was experiencing was so wonderful, I couldn't keep it to myself. So I went ahead and joined the business, and it has been fast moving. I mean, just going almost at a pace where I can't keep up with it, but it's all been just a God thing for me. So I love being surrounded by women just like you who are on a mission and you want to help other people. So there you go. Stephanie.
Have to get in front of that camera.
Yeah, you gotta say hi to your peeps. You have some people online.
Okay, I'm Stephanie. I've known Lisa for about 10 years. We worked at another studio together. How I met her. And then when she opened the studio in Red Oak, I started working with her, teaching Zumba. I ran into her at Dollar General and told her I had gotten my Zumba certification. She's like, you have a home. So that was fun. And, I had tried every little diet thing there is, every little thing out there. I pretty much tried it all. And, you know, so everything was a little bit successful, but, you know, I thought that it took 6 months for me to lose 5 or 6 pounds. And I just thought that's how it was supposed to be because I didn't have a whole lot to lose. And she kept saying, you got to try this, you got to try this. And eventually I did. And in that first 6 weeks, I lost 12 pounds. And I was like, huh, that's interesting because I had been clean eating, I'd been exercising, I'd taught for 10 years, you know, why wouldn't the weight coming off? So I get on this stuff and I go, okay, there's something to it. Well, and that's fun and all. Weight loss is always fun. But the big thing for me and for my family is we were getting sick every 2 to 3 months. And I mean sick, flu, strips, like sinus infections that would last 3 weeks and my nose would be bleeding from blowing my nose so much. In 4 years, I have gotten sick once. That's worth mentioning. Once. That's it. And my kids haven't been on antibiotics in almost 2 years. Woo! Yeah. I mean, woo! I mean, I avoid it. I don't want them on antibiotics. I feel like it breaks down the immune system. That's a different conversation.
It's an important one.
It's an important one. There was something else I wanted to say about the Juice Plus. I feel like looking at pictures of myself from 10 years ago, I look older than I do now. So I love it. I feel like you can visibly see it and not only feel it, but see it. And that's fun. That's fun because we all want to find that fountain of youth. And I feel like this is as close as we're going to get. So yeah, it's fun. It's good stuff.
You can hold up your surveys until
My mother did the program. I'm just going to throw this in real quick. My mother did the program and was able to get off her diabetes medication. So
What was she doing?
Exactly.
Like what was she taking?
She was drinking 2 shakes a day and taking all the gummies. She does gummies. She doesn't like swallowing pills. So all 3 of the gummies and the shakes and eating decent.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that's all it takes.
Well, great. Thank you. So, all right. Thank you for stepping in front of the camera. If you guys can hold on for just a second, we're going to run the blender really fast so we can pass out these smoothies. I'm going to put on mute. Okay, we have a Vitamix over here, so I was going to kind of show you guys online what we're making. So if you can see, we did not tell them. You want to tell them what's in here?
we have some spinach and a little bit of banana, some peaches, almond milk, and a little bit of natural, is it peanut butter?
It's a Nutso 7 blend butter.
7 blend butter.
So yeah.
And it looks delicious. We didn't use ice in it, and it's still creamy, smooth. The almond milk was cold, so it turned out perfect.
Awesome.
The first one was vanilla and spinach and
All right, well,
raspberry.
so y'all can duplicate that at home if you want to make your smoothies. And we have tons of green smoothie recipes that you're going to get whenever you jump in our program. We'll give you a book of over 100 different smoothies, all of our favorite smoothies, including these 2 that we made today at our live event. And you'll get a whole food eating and shopping guide. So lots of really great resources for you that are all free. So I just wanted to kind of go over the objective. What we really want to do today is take you down a path of optimal health. And so we want to help you choose to, however you want to decide to start your program. We want you to take one simple change. Whether that simple change is just drinking smoothies every day that are made with whole food. You know, it could be just as simple as that. Or if you decide you want to jump all in and do the whole shred, like we talked about that we were doing when we started this initial program back in 2013. So you can jump in at any level. You can even start doing a free week of clean eating and just kind of try what it feels like to kind of learn how to shop differently at the grocery store and kind of shop around the edges of the store and, you know, learn how to read labels and things like that. So we also have that available for you as an online event that you can join. So there's lots of different ways you can do that. I'm going to turn it over to Stephanie. She's going to tell you a little bit about kind of our clean eating phase 1 lifestyle. So,
Hey again. Okay, so phase 1 is pretty much my go-to. I think I always pretty much stay in phase 1. So I'm gonna talk about. So pretty much what I do is I start my mornings with my shake. And like I was telling them earlier, I use the same recipe every single day and just add different powder, strawberry, banana. And maybe I'll use blueberries sometimes or raspberries, but that's about as big as it gets. for me. I'll drink my shake in the morning, and then I have a healthy lunch, and I eat lots of vegetables, some fruits, lean meats, whole grains, nuts. Is that it? I mean, it's pretty simple. What else is going on?
That's really it.
That really is it. And I do want to share one thing, because in a perfect world, I would have, stayed on this program forever, but it's not a perfect world. And sometime about last September, I fell off pretty big. I gained 28 pounds. Yeah, so I'm still working on losing that, but I would like to show y'all just getting back on phase 1, drinking my shakes, doing my Zumba, and hiking some, what 3 months has done for me. And so, yeah, it's exciting.
It is exciting.
Oh, that's great.
And I'm not done. 3 months. 3 months. Like, I'm not, that's really keep going. Good job. Wow. Yeah,
She'll show you guys here online in a second so you can see the before and afters. That she's still in working phase 1, but we're about to pick it up a notch for spring. So you want to show everybody online? The camera's right there.
Oh. Hey, can y'all see that? Woo!
There we go.
That's pretty bad.
Yep. Stephanie, you want to talk about the next step for our free week of clean eating?
Yes, can I use that? Yeah, the menu's on here.
Yes.
Have they seen this
No.
online yet?
No.
Is it in there?
They'll, when they join in, they'll get all that, so you can go over that.
No, the menu was on the back.
Oh, that was Madonna's copy.
Oh, okay, do you know where mine is that you had earlier?
That's not random.
Oh,
Oh,
I
okay.
had it still. Sorry.
Oh, and on my phase 1, I also was taking the capsules. I don't think I said that, but definitely. I
Okay,
think that's
guys.
what helps.
So if you go into the free week, you're gonna get exposed to a menu that looks kind of like this. You'll see this. So basically, we'll just go over kind of in a nutshell how the free week will run. You'll get coaching in the group. It's an event, isn't it?
The free week is an event.
Yeah, it's an
last
event on
online.
Facebook, and you'll get daily posts in there. So basically, you wake up and you can wait. We do practice intermittent fasting if you'd like to participate in that. And basically, all that means, when I say fasting, it scares people, but basically, it's just taking the same amount of calories you would normally eat in a day, and you just shorten your eating window. And this is optional. You don't have to do this. This is something you can ease yourself into as well. So basically, an example of intermittent fasting would be that you eat dinner about 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed, and you sleep, and then you wait about 2 to 3 hours after you wake up before you begin eating again. So basically, that's about 14 to 16 hours that you fasted. So no big deal. That's why the word breakfast came about. It's breaking your fast, break fast. So you are basically, think about your plate. So if you have a plate, half of it is going to be vegetables, and mostly non-starchy vegetables, just because some of them do get heavy in carbs. So think non-starchy. Then you're going to take the other portion of your plate. So you've got half left. So figure about the size of a deck of cards is going to be your protein. So that could be equivalent to like a couple of eggs, or it could be a deck of card of, chicken, something like that. And then your last portion of your plate is going to be healthy fats. So you can Google them if you need help. Reach out to your coach. We can give you a list of what those healthy fats are. But just to name a few, like coconut oil, almonds, eggs, avocado, those are all very good healthy fats. And that's what's going to keep you full. So if you find yourself digging in the pantry too many times a day, it's probably because you didn't get enough healthy fats in your meal. So you can start to kind of adjust and learn your body's needs for how much fat you should put with each meal. So that's kind of the free plan in a nutshell. We're going to keep it super simple. As you can see, you've got options from the fats, protein, and carbs. They're all listed here, so you'll have some good options when you're at the grocery store. So there you go.
Awesome.
Pretty
Thank
easy.
you. We're going to turn it over to Madonna to talk a little bit more about an in-depth plan, if you're ready to jump into something a little bit more.
I'm going to talk about the Juice Plus products.
Oh, okay, you're talking about process?
Yes.
All right, perfect.
So first off, there is the trio. Okay, this is our micronutrients. So this is all your fruit and vegetables. Okay, What this does, it helps you bridge a gap between what you're eating every day and what you should eat. So how they harvest the fruit, they let it ripen to peak of ripeness. So they're keeping the produce in the field until it's absolutely, ready to pick. They process it right there at the farm. And so this fruit and vegetable and these products are actually better than what you can buy at the store. Okay. So, let me tell you about the duo here. This is your fruit and vegetables. So in your fruit portion here, you're getting apple, peach, cranberry, orange, papaya, pineapple, date, cherry, beet, and prune. So you're getting that in, and you can opt for the gummy form, or there's the capsule form. The only difference between the capsule and the gummy form are that the capsules contain a probiotic component to them. I like to open mine up and just put them in my smoothie. So they're just kind of a powdered produce, really. You can see that. So they just look like this. Okay, same product in both. Then you have the vegetables. So in this product, you have carrot, parsley, beet, garlic, broccoli, tomato, spinach, cabbage, kale, oat bran, and rice bran. And the same in the capsule form. Again, you can put them in your smoothie, or you can just take them. The adult portion for this is 4 gummies out of each bag. Adult portion for this is 2. Now, when an adult purchases these 2 products, a child being age 4 to age 21 can receive these products free. The child can get the capsule or the gummy. They usually say, children over 8 will take the gummies, and but they make exceptions for that too. If your child doesn't, swallow gummies or don't like the gummies, you can put these in their smoothies as well. All these products are good for the whole family. There's nothing. It's actually food. So major difference between a vitamin. So this is food that the whole family can actually take. If you want to pass out samples of that or not. Okay. So then also here's the vineyard blend. So this is all the Weinraupen fruit. The berries. So the raspberry, bilberry, blueberry, cranberry, pomegranate, Concord grape, black currant, blackberry, elderberry, cacao, and artichoke. So same thing in the capsule form. This is, I always recommend for my people, anyone over 40 to for sure take this. It's just, brain health, artery health, things like that. So I always do recommend that for folks and anybody that feels like they need more fruit and vegetables. So in these 3 products, a person would be getting 30 fruit and vegetables in their diet daily with these 3. Then we have the shakes. We have the chocolate and the vanilla. These are a great pre or post workout snack. It can be used as a meal replacement. So in one of our shred programs that we do, we actually replace 2 meals with a shake per day. If you add these to your for the mix, you're getting 15 more fruit. You're getting 15 more whole grain. So this has ancient grains, sprouted grains, so those are really good for you. Also, this is what we call, these are micronutrients. So for programs like the shred that we'll be telling you more about, these are low glycemic, so it helps you to keep your blood sugar on an even keel, so you don't spike your blood sugar up and crash it down, because it's not, the sugar in here will burn slowly. So that's that. Then we have the bars. Lisa's printing those or passing those out. There's 2 kinds. There's chocolate fig, and then there's tart cherry and honey. So these can be used just as a snack as well. It can be used like if you want to do a meal with a shaker cup and just one of these, then you can add this, and that really is a meal. If you want to just not make a complete smoothie like we did here today, you can do just in a shaker cup with a plant-based milk and, a packet of the smoothie or a scoop if you're getting the larger ones. And that's a meal, and this can kind of help keep you from getting hungry as well. And then lastly, we have the Tower Garden. It is a aeroponic growing system. It allows people to grow 20 above ground fruit and vegetables in their backyard. So we're all about healthy eating, healthy living. So it helps the families, you know, actually be able to grow their own fruit and vegetables. Okay, and we can kind of show you the live form of it. I just got one, so I'm very excited. Got my little seedlings in. So that's what that looks like. This only takes a 3-foot area. So like this is a patio garden basically. So people in apartments and small areas can grow their own food. So again, we're big about getting more fruit and vegetables in the diet, and this helps you also. So the one thing, as I was saying before, that I really respected about when Lisa and Stephanie told me about the products is the research. These products are the most highly researched nutritional products on the market. So for me to have places like Brigham Young University, University of Arizona, College of London, places like Yale, Vanderbilt University, you know, they have actually studied our products and have found these things. So like basically what they found is it helps improve cardiovascular wellness. There's reports on the immune system. It helps support your immune system, improves your gum health and tissue. It helps with oxidative stress. So basically oxidative stress we can get from if we exercise, the air we breathe, the water we drink, you know, we get oxidative stress from everywhere. So these products actually help combat oxidative stress. Reduces inflammation in the body and helps protect your DNA, and also helps your skin become healthier and stay healthy. So that's really what's important to me being a healthcare professional. That's what I totally appreciate about the products. Okay. So we're going to be talking about the child health study. And Stephanie's going to tell us about that, how you can get these products for your kids. And
Okay, so like she had already said, that any adult that orders the red and green gets it free for kids. That's pretty much it. You take a little survey. That's about it. I mean, it's super simple and easy, and my kids love the gummies. My mom gets one of the health studies and gives it to us. So we have 2 health studies coming into the house. So it's really awesome. Yeah, because yeah, but I mean the older, I mean if they're adult age, well, what, 13, they start getting the adult portion of the gummies or the capsules. So it's nice if you need to split them up a little bit and give one to that kid, or you know, it's nice. But like I said, my kids don't get sick anymore. And it's been awesome.
She had a really rough time in the beginning. They were sick all the time.
All the time.
They really were. I mean, it was like one kid and the next, she has 4. So it was like, yeah. And then their family was always on antibiotics. And so it was, you know, it's been a big change.
I'm reminded with my Facebook memories, you know, they pop up on Facebook, your memories from, oh, we were sick again. Oh, we were sick again. Oh, we're sick. I'm like, oh my gosh, we lived like that. And it's how we live. So I'm really happy we found this because it has been life changing. But yes, free for the kids.
Awesome. Thank
They
you.
don't get purple.
Yeah, they get their
I
own
wish.
food, but you can share the purple with them. There's good enough to share.
You can share the purple.
Awesome. Thank you. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, let's see where we're at on our agenda. Oh, okay. So Stephanie already told her story about her kids. I'll tell a story about my kids. How many of y'all have children here? Okay, awesome. And how many of you have children in your family, nieces, nephews, grandchildren? Okay, great. Yeah. So, you know, the kids, I don't know if you can agree with me on this, but I feel like it's an epidemic that the kids are so obese now. I mean, when I was a kid, there was not a lot of obese children. I mean, and I'm not that old. I'm only 43, you know, so how old am I? I think I'm 44, actually. I don't remember. I think I'm going to be 44. No, I'm going to be 45 this year. Yeah. You know what? It doesn't even matter. But the point is, in the 70s and 80s, and even in the 90s, we didn't have problems of kids getting type 2 diabetes. It just wasn't a thing, and it shouldn't be a thing. That is my soapbox. I mean, it's ridiculous. It is preposterous. It is unacceptable. It really is. And the way it happens is because parents don't know how to cook. They don't teach their children how to cook, and the kids want packaged, processed, frozen crap, and that's how they eat. And then doctors say, oh, well, it used to be called adult onset diabetes. Did you know that? Now it's called type 2 because so many children have it. And this is preventable. It is preventable. In 3 months of being on whole food nutrition, you can change over 500 genes. So don't think you're genetically predisposed to anything. Don't buy that. That is not accurate. You can change your genetic outcome. Genetic markers are only 50% of what your markers are. But 90% of the outcome of what happens with those markers is that it's your lifestyle. So I have had my children eating Juice Plus since they were 6 and 11. My son is now 19. He's in the Navy right now. My daughter is 14 and she's an athlete. And she is an all-star athlete. I have a feeling that she will probably be junior Olympic material. You know, she has the ability, and all of our kids do have the ability to really excel. But the thing is, we've got to feed them properly. You cannot fuel a car with half gas, half water. You know, you've got to have fuel. You've got to have the micronutrients, which is the oil, which oils all your systems. It feeds all of your systems. And Juice Plus is clinically proven to feed all of your systems on a cellular level. It is proven that it's not going to be flushed down the toilet. Your pee is not going to be bright yellow when you eat Juice Plus because it's just food. And it's also, you need to give it gas. So the gas is what gives you the energy. That's your macronutrients. That's your carbohydrates, which is your complex carbohydrates, not just sugar, but complex carbohydrates, which have fiber and all the benefits of all those proteins that we get from our plants and our healthy, clean meats. So we need all of these things to function properly. But the phytonutrients is what stops the antioxidants and the oxidative stress. It gives you all the antioxidants in your body. And the only thing we can get those phytonutrients from is what? Where do phytonutrients come from? Fruits and vegetables. That is the only place that we get them. And so we have to find a solution to get fruits and vegetables into our kids' bodies and into our own bodies. And so I found this solution to be simple. I don't live with guilt anymore. You know, I mean, and every now and then, maybe once a year, we'll go through the drive-through at a McDonald's. You know, maybe once a month, we'll go through a Taco Bell. It's not an everyday thing anymore. And I don't even feel guilty when we do, because I'll go home and I'm like, that was gross. I'm going to go drink a shake. I'm going to drink my capsules because that was disgusting. You know, why did I eat those nachos? You know, you just don't feel good anymore when you eat that stuff because your body knows good food. So, and I know that my kids are getting it every single day. So I just want you guys to have the same opportunity. You want to talk a little bit about that? Or Natalie, you want to talk about your kiddos? Okay.
So the reason that I was so interested in joining Lisa was because I was searching for a way to get more fruits and vegetables into my body and for my children. And I know that, you know, they say you are what you eat. Well, I think you crave what you eat. So if you intentionally get fruits and vegetables into your body, you start to crave them. You stop craving the bad stuff. If you get that out of your life, it is hard. Yes, you might go through some withdrawals, you know, the first week. But if you can branch through those and get on the other side of the hump, you actually start to crave the good stuff. And like she said, you start feeling bad if you give in and cave to the bad stuff. So over time, you're like resetting everything. So it was really important for me to get that into my kids' bodies. And Elin, she was in daycare, and I swear every 6 weeks, my mom's here, she'll tell you. We were at the doctor for another something, and there was times where we went through like 6 rounds of antibiotics in a year. Wow. And I know what that does just from being in healthcare. I know what it does to your system every time that you get on antibiotics. And every time she got on them, I like cringed, and I was like, oh, you know, I just don't want her to be on them. But this year, I can tell y'all, we have been so much better. And she's doing really great. And my son and husband, even this year, because we've only been on this under a year, And this winter, when they normally get their allergies around January, it was funny because my husband turned to me and goes, I haven't had any allergy symptoms this year. I wonder what I'm doing differently. And I was like, let me think about that.
That'd be an idea.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second.
So I can definitely tell you, my son's eczema has gotten better. We're intentionally putting better things on our plate. So it really is truly a catalyst to a healthier lifestyle. So if you're ready to take on that next challenge, this is a great place for you. So.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Where are we at on our agenda, Madonna?
You can introduce the shred.
Okay.
Talk about the shred.
All right, I'll talk a little bit about our Shred 10. So I have a little guidebook here, and this is going to be given to you. This is a place to go where you're ready, when you're ready to just jump in 2 feet. I'm not going to say that to intimidate you, but I'm saying it's a commitment. Okay. And so what the Shred is it's basically a lifestyle shift for a 10-day period as a catalyst. And then at the end of the 10 days, you can move into kind of using some of the guidelines from it and some of the clean eating guidelines, or you can shred again and keep doing it until you do it for 30, 60, 90 days. So when we first started the phase 1, like Stephanie was saying, we would do the beginning phases of the shred for 6 weeks. And then we would do all the rules of the shred for another 6 weeks. So we actually had a 90-day increment that we were actually doing it. We've narrowed it down to make it easy for y'all to do it for 10 days. Because you can do anything for 10 days, right? Do you think that's doable, 10 days? She's like, come on. Yeah. So but 10 days is not a lifetime. It's just, if you start on a Monday, it's just 1 weekend. Okay? So think about it that way. So the shred, I'm going to go over to some of the basic guidelines. In this, in your little guidebook, you're going to get this. You have the introduction, which tells you a little bit about the guidelines. And this is adding more real food, taking your trio of capsules or chewables daily, and drinking 2 shakes a day. If you have weight to lose, then you'll be using the shakes as a meal like we did today by adding spinach and fruit to it to make it a lot more calorie dense and nutritious. If you're going to just stay at your ideal weight and you want to cleanse, then you want to just use it as a snack, and you can just shake it up in a shaker bottle or a mason jar with some ice and just run out the door. So you don't always have to use a blender. I want you to make sure that you don't just say, oh, well, I don't have a good blender, I'm not going to do that. You can just shake it up in you can just shake it up in a water bottle. My daughter does that at school. She takes one for her lunch every day now. And she's an 8th grader. So she actually preaches to the friends that are eating hot Cheetos and ice cream for their lunch. And she's like, ew, what are you eating? Well, I got a shake. Even her teachers are coming up to her. Where's your shake today? Oh, yeah, it's my backpack. It's really neat to see how we can set examples just for our little small circle of influence, So you're going to be drinking plenty of water. You're going to be sleeping 7 to 8 hours. Is that going to be hard? Okay, good. She's like, no, I'm going to get my sleep. I do not do well without sleep. Like, I'll be driving. If I'm driving to Dallas, I'll be like, oh my God, this is not good. I have got to get my sleep. So if you're not in that sleep cycle, please try to start implementing going to bed a little earlier, turning off your screens, making sure you have some music at night, not a lot of visual stimulation. And just set yourself up for a really successful sleep. And a lot of people have found, and I don't know if y'all have had a lot of your clients find this, but that people just start to sleep better being on this program. And it's really great. And then the last thing is we're going to exercise most days. All of us are professionals in health and fitness. And so we all have lots of different opportunities to offer all of our clients. Natalie and I both have a YouTube channel. And Stephanie and I and Natalie all teach fitness in this local area if you live here. And we also offer links and things like that in our Facebook group that you can actually just jump on and join. So there's all kinds of ways you can do it. If you can just get outside and walk, or if you work in the mall, or if you work in an area where you can safely walk around outside, just get out there and move is all you really need to do. Move your body 20 minutes a day, at least 4 times. Break a little sweat. That's it. Some people are like, I don't like to sweat. I'm like, well, girl, you better fix that, because if you don't like to sweat, your body is clogging up. You've got to get that stuff out. You've got to sweat. It is essential. So that is the basics of it. The shred guidelines for your dietary guidelines are going to be eliminating gluten, which is wheat-based products, and dairy. And so a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, that's so hard. It's really not that hard. There is a million really awesome products in every grocery store now that are gluten and dairy free. It is a very clean way to eat, and it's very simple. And all of our products are low glycemic, gluten-free, dairy-free, and vegan. The only thing that's not completely vegan is the capsule, and you can always just open up the capsule and dump it into your smoothie. So you don't have to worry about any of our products with Juice Plus. You want to avoid caffeine and alcohol. Uh-oh, I saw some eyebrows go up. Are you out, Randy? I know. Don't freak out. We have solutions. We do. So my solution for caffeine is to make myself a hot latte smoothie. So I use my vanilla powder. I like a hot drink in the morning. So I'll either make chai or I'll make a type of coffee-based drink that's made out of mushroom powder. You can get on Amazon or any health food store. It's very tasty, and it gives you that coffee flavor. And then you use your vanilla powder as your kind of like your creamer instead. And then you just add in some healthy fat like coconut oil, and it's delicious. So simple ways. A lot of us have different recipes that we do, and we'll share all these with you. So we don't have any secrets. We share everything. And what we want to do is we want to make you successful. We want to avoid processed foods and refined and artificial sugars, especially things like sweet and low and aspartame, Splenda. Those are all neurotoxins. Our body does not recognize them as sugar, so you'll still crave the sugar even though you tasted the sweet, and it confuses your brain. High fructose corn syrup as well is very confusing for our brain. The body thinks it's sugar, but the molecule is different, and so it keeps wanting more sugar. And so all these things that are processed and highly, highly, highly concentrated, palm oils and things like that, the body doesn't recognize as food. So we're trying to get back to something that has actually seen the sun or ate something that has seen the sun, okay? So make sure you're just trying to get as close to the earth as possible, just for those 10 days. And then you're gonna start to learn, okay, well, this is not that hard. You know, you're gonna see all of us doing it together. We have a big group on Facebook starting for this. So you will all be a part of this group as well to do this together. So does that sound fairly doable? Okay, awesome. Natalie, benefits of our community on Facebook.
Perfect. So she just kind of handed that over nicely. We have a couple of different options for you guys. There is just our big team group that if you enter as a client of any sort, if you buy anything, there's one group that we're all in. We post daily to this group. We all kind of, us leaders, take turns. People share recipes in there, their grocery store outings, you know, things like that are getting shared in there. And if you take it a step further and you're doing the Shred 10, then you'll be placed in another more in detail group. So you're going to get access to more information like grocery lists, recipes, coaching, fitness tips, hydration tips, stress tips. So you're going to get a little bit more information. So you have two different options. And I tell you what, I have not gone without being in a group of some sort in 3.5 years. Because I need it. I need other people to hold me accountable, because I like to go home and sit on the couch. But if I have committed to someone that I'm going to work out 5 times a week, or I have set a calendar with a girlfriend for a class, I will not let them down. It's kind of weird how that happens. We can let ourselves down, but we won't let somebody else down. So it's great to partner up with somebody. So these groups are amazing, y'all. You need this. And even if you're quiet, we won't get mad at you, but we love participation. That's what drives a very successful challenge group, is when you guys talk. Because y'all start to lean on each other. And when the energy starts going and people are like, oh my gosh, you know, I went to the grocery store and guess what? You know, I didn't buy this and I normally do. Or, you know, today I actually made it running a whole mile without stopping. And when someone starts to post something like that, it rubs off on you, and it's very contagious. So these groups are very awesome. And we do some cool little hashtags in there too. So if you get nosy, which I am, and you want to see how other people are doing, even outside of our community, you can click on those hashtags and you can see like the whole Juice Plus community and what everybody is doing and what kind of success stories are out there. So it's really cool. So that's it.
Okay. Then I'm going to talk about the where to start. So you have a few options. First is we're going to have a free one week on Facebook. Natalie kind of went over that with the menu plan and things like that. Really don't need anything for that. You just have a grocery list. You have a week of meal planning. And for that, you know, we would want you to try to do the exercise, try to drink water till your urine is clear. Again, you know, try to fast maybe before you go to bed, 3-4 hours before you go to bed, so your system can kind of rest at night. Also suggest maybe when you first wake up in the morning to drink a large glass of water, and maybe put lemon in there. Essential oils are a great way to get lemon into your water, and that's a clean way to get your lemon in. And also, you know, try to limit your artificial sweeteners, your caffeine and things like that. So that's your first option. Also, we have the option of becoming a customer. So this would be like one simple change. So your first simple change, we kind of implement each month. You can decide yourself and for your family, you want to say the first month you're going to start your product. So you have the options of starting the duo, the trio, the shakes, any of those, all of those, you know, one part of those, or just all of them. So there wouldn't really be a major lifestyle change. You just start taking your product that first month. And then from there, you can opt to do simple changes like, I'm going to drink water till my urine is clear, or I'm, you know, next month going to have a salad for lunch every day. Just kind of a change that you can implement for yourself. So it's just implementing small changes. And then number 3 is shred with us. So, you know, you take the 2 shakes a day. As Lisa outlined, it's, you know, take the trio, you do 2 shakes a day. You do the guide here, you know, with no gluten, caffeine, things like that. That's the guideline for the shred. And we have the online community, so it's a 10-day shred. Typically your products will get here in 5 days. So you can, we start our shred tomorrow, but you can, you know, start a shred at any time during the month. We typically start at the first Monday of each month and run a 10-day shred. So at any time you can kind of jump in on the shred. So any of those dates. So Lisa's going to talk about an invitation to
Can I add something to that?
yeah, sure, please.
Just so you don't think that you're just having your trio and shakes and that's it.
Yeah.
You do get a healthy snack and a meal too. So my family likes to eat dinner together. So we always have dinner, and I just do, you know, shake at breakfast and lunch. And then you can have like either a healthy snack to branch you over, or a salad, a big, you know, vegetable salad, and use like lemon and a little bit of oil or something like that, just to keep it light. But it's totally doable. But I wanted to throw that in there so that I didn't think.
You want to tell what your big day is on the shred?
Yeah. I actually eat 3 meals a day just because of I'm in my car a lot. So I do my smoothie in the morning with a big glass of water. And then 3 or 4 hours later, I have another smoothie that I have a side salad, like I was telling you, with a light dressing. And then dinner is a lean meat and lots of vegetables with a little bit of healthy fat. It's just, we keep it super simple, especially during the shred. You don't have to get elaborate. You don't need a big, you know, fancy meal plan or anything. Just think, you know, protein and veggies, a lot of them, and then a little bit of healthy fats to just satiate you, just to get you full and stay full.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And my average day is a little bit different than Natalie's because she has different health goals than I do. So what are your health goals this month, if I may ask?
This month is about 10 pounds or so.
Okay.
Been on a couple of vacations in a row. Not always easy to stay on that. And that's another thing I always like to share with my girls too. There's a 10-pound window I give myself. And when I know it's time to pull the reins in is when I hit that max. We're not always shredding. We're not always perfect. There's times in life where we go this way and that way. You need to love your body no matter where you're at. And that's one thing I've learned, not necessarily from Juice Plus, but from yoga, is be thankful and grateful for your opportunity to get outside and exercise. Be grateful for those things. And if you get in a rough patch, it's okay. Now you're going to know, you're going to be equipped with the tools that you need to get yourself back in the game. hit those goals again. So personally, yes, about 8 to 10 pounds this month would be great because we're going on vacation in June and I'm teaching on the beach. So I don't want to be mushy. I want to be nice and tight. And we all know, have you all seen that picture of the fat versus muscle? So 5 pounds of muscle is about that big and 5 pounds of fat is about that big. So it's okay to weigh more. So I guess I say 10 pounds, but honestly, to tell you the truth, it's more about size, and tone. So, yeah.
So I just wanted to share a little bit about what my average day looks like, so you guys have an idea of what we're doing. See, I can see you online. And so I don't have a weight loss goal. I just want to kind of redistribute stuff. Like she was saying, I want this to be a little bit less blobby and muffin toppy, and this to be a little bit, my booty look a little bit, so those are always things that we as women were like, okay, yeah, I don't like that part, but like she said, love your body the way it is, but we also can always improve, if it's in our control, and we're not improving it to control something, we're improving it because we're doing it in a healthy way, so I just kind of wanted to share, I'm kind of following the Live It guidelines, and probably every quarter I will shred. And I can see some massive definition like come in when I shred. And so I'm looking for muscle tone and definition in my abs and things like that. But, when I first started shredding, I got rid of the muffin top and all that stuff, and it's never really come back. So, once you continue on these guidelines and you're doing the 2 shakes a day as your meals, you're healthy eating, you're eating a healthy meal and healthy snacks, then you follow the Live It guidelines. So the Live It guidelines here are basically still continuing to really moderate and eliminate gluten and dairy for 20 days. So you have a full month break off of those 2 things that are really heavily known allergens. And then you're going to be reducing caffeine, alcohol, and sugar. Doesn't mean you have to give up coffee all the time. You can have a cup here and there. Instead of if you used to have 4 cups, maybe cut it down to 1. Or like I learned from Natalie, really source your coffee a lot better, because coffee is one of the most highly toxic things that are grown, so you want to find coffee that's organic and free, fair trade. That's a lot of the people that grow coffee don't even get paid for it. They're kind of like slave labor. So you really want to support fair trade, which all of Juice Plus has, all their farmers are completely paid a fair wage, and they're all grown on family farms. So those are things that are important to me as I'm living these guidelines. You want to add more real food. Drink 1 to 2 shakes daily. I drink mine as snacks now because I'm not replacing meals, but I was really bad about not eating breakfast. And I was one of those people that ate a ton of vitamins, and I would run out the door and I'd be like, oh God, I need to eat something, because I want stomach, so I don't even take vitamins anymore because I get all the nutrients I need in the whole food, fruits, and vegetables. And my body doesn't even recognize vitamins. Like I took one of those little fizzy tabs that you put in your water the other day, and I literally felt loopy. I'm like, what is going on? Oh, this is, it was kind of queasy. So I'm like, I just don't do that anymore. So, that's what you can kind of look forward to, is just getting to that place where your body's sensitive to those things and knowing, okay, that's not good for me. My body doesn't resonate with that. And that's why we eliminate things for a period. If we don't eliminate wheat ever, we pretty much, got off breast milk and started eating wheat. Seriously, you feed your babies bread and toast and all kinds of stuff, and we don't ever stop. The whole entire life we're eating wheat. So how do you know if you have a wheat sensitivity? You don't. You have to remove it. And it takes 30 days for the microbiome in the gut to start to seal up all those little holes and crevices that the wheat is kind of, all that stuff is leaking out into your body. So you really want to start to heal. And then you're going to know when you put it back in, do my allergies come back? Whenever I shred, my allergies are gone immediately, like within 24 hours. So you'll start noticing these things. When you add cheese back in, one of my clients that originally started doing the first shred with us, she added cheese back in, and all of a sudden her hips started hurting again. And she's like, the only thing I did. And then how would you know unless you eliminated all that other stuff, right? So once she knew that it was that one thing, she's like, okay, I can make a choice. Am I going to eat it or not? And so that's what we want you to do. And of course, remembering to drink your water, sleep, and exercise. So that's really kind of the sum of the whole program. And we want you to be able to engage somewhere. So we want to invite you all to join either our free week or just to buy some product and try it and just kind of just do that, continue just doing whatever you're doing, but just adding in the capsules or adding in your shakes, or to shred with us. So we'll meet with each of you privately, independently. Those of you that are here will be able to talk with you, and you'll be able to talk with the person that invited you or me. And we'll be able to go over exactly what fits your lifestyle, what fits your budget, what fits your health goals. So does anybody have anything to add?
Just to let the ladies on the call know to get with your coach or who invited you to, because we definitely want
Yes.
to meet you where you need to be at.
So if you're joining us online, just make sure that you message the person that showed you this video, and we're going to get back with you each and just figure out where you're at lifestyle wise, budget wise, and what your goals are and what fits your best needs for this next spring. So thank you for joining us. Bye.
Bye.